The big focus for this bulletin, law and order in Delhi has become a big flashpoint once again with yet another crime rocking the national capital. A 52-year-old businessman was killed this morning when two bike-borne men fired shots at him in East Delhi. The incident occurred when Sunil Jain was returning home on a scooter after a morning walk at the Yamuna Sports Complex. Not only this, in another incident, a deadly quarrel between neighbors over a shared toilet resulted in the death of a person in Govindpuri. The person, identified as Sudhir, was stabbed to death by two brothers. The incidents have sparked a massive political row with just weeks to go for polls in Delhi. Former Chief Minister and AAP Party convener Arvind Kejriwal has hit out at the BJP over the law and order situation in Delhi. Kejriwal has particularly targeted Home Minister Amit Shah over the rising crimes in the capital, claiming that he is to be blamed for Jungle Raj in Delhi. My colleague Pulkit gets you this exclusive conversation with Kejriwal.
पिछले 24 घंटों में दिल्ली के अंदर 3 बड़ी वारदातें हुई हैं और अभी थोड़ी देर पहले 8 राउंड गोली चली है शाहदरा के अंदर। व्यापारी को निशाना बनाया गया। अरविंद केजरीवाल हमारे साथ हैं। आप लगातार ये मुद्दा उठा रहे हैं, लेकिन लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की स्थिति दिल्ली में बहुत
सुधर नहीं रही है। पिछले कई दिनों से आप देख रहे हैं कि मैं अपराध से पीड़ित लोगों के घर जा रहा हूँ, उनसे मिल रहा हूँ, जिनके घर मर्डर हो जाते हैं, जिनके घर महिलाओं के साथ रेप हो जाता है, जिनके घर फिरौती की कॉल्स आ रही हैं, जिनके शूट आउट हो रहे हैं, उनके घर जा रहा हूँ, लोगों से मिल रहा हूँ। पूरी दिल्ली के लोग दहशत में हैं इस टाइम। कौन सोच सकता था एक दिन ऐसा भी देखना पड़ेगा। आज सुबह विश्वास नगर में सुनील नाम के व्यापारी, बर्तन के व्यापारी, मॉर्निंग वॉक करके घर जा रहे थे और उनपे 8 राउंड गोलियां सड़क के बीचों बीच मारी गई। ऐसी दिल्ली की तो कभी कल्पना ही नहीं की थी हम लोगों ने। खुलेआम गैंग वॉर चल रहे हैं। लोग बताते हैं कि लगभग 11 गैंग दिल्ली में खुलेआम ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं, जो व्यापारियों को कॉल कर करके फिरौती मांगते हैं, इतने करोड़ रुपए पहुंचा दो, नहीं तो तुम्हारा बेटा यहाँ पे इसको मार डालेंगे, तुम्हारी बेटी इस टाइम यहाँ पे इसको मार डालेंगे। लोग दहशत में हैं। एक मिठाई की दुकान वाले के पास फोन आया, उससे कहा गया कि 2 करोड़ रुपए दे दे, नहीं तो उसने मना किया तो उसकी दुकान के ऊपर धुआंधार फायरिंग कर दी गई। एक कार के शोरूम के यहाँ फोन आया, उससे 5 करोड़ रुपए मांगे गए, उसने मना किया तो उसकी दुकान पे 22 राउंड फायरिंग की गई। लोग किसके पास जाएं? महिलाएं असुरक्षित हैं, महिलाओं को किडनैप करके रेप कर दिया जाता है, गैंग रेप कर दिया जाता है, मर्डर कर दिया जाता है। रोज उनको छेड़खानी का सामना करना पड़ता है। आप सड़क के ऊपर फोन लेके साथ नहीं चल सकते, आपका फोन छीन लिया जाएगा, आपका चेन स्नैचिंग हो रही है। तो बुजुर्ग असुरक्षित हैं। अभी थोड़े दिन पहले एक 64 साल के बुजुर्ग हैं साउथ दिल्ली में, उनका मर्डर कर दिया गया। दिल्ली के कोने कोने में नशा बिक रहा है। नशा कहाँ से आ रहा है? किसकी सहमति से बिक रहा है नशा? क्या पुलिस वालों को पता नहीं है? सबको पता है कि कहाँ से नशा आता है और कहाँ बिक रहा है। तो संविधान के तहत दिल्ली में सुरक्षा देने की जिम्मेदारी, दिल्ली की कानून व्यवस्था की जिम्मेदारी सीधे सीधे बीजेपी की केंद्र सरकार पे है और केंद्र में भी गृह मंत्रालय पे है। तो गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी की जिम्मेदारी है कि वो दिल्ली में को सुरक्षा दें। गृह मंत्री क्या कर रहे हैं, दिल्ली के लोग पूछना चाहते हैं।
अच्छा, इस पे आपकी क्या वो होगा? क्या आप जनता के बीच में इस मुद्दे को लेकर जाने वाले हैं या फिर आपका अगला स्टेप क्या होगा? क्योंकि मैं लगातार देख रहा हूं कि आप अमित शाह पर तो निशाना साध रहे हैं, लेकिन दिल्ली के हालात हर दिन नई खबर के साथ मॉर्निंग हो रही है सुबह की गोलियां चली।
पहले तो उन्हें जवाब देना होगा। अमित शाह जी आए, दिल्ली के लोगों के बीच में जाएं, लोगों के जवाब दें। दिल्ली के लोग उनसे पूछना चाहते हैं ये सब क्या हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है। अमित शाह जी कहाँ हैं? अमित शाह जी गायब क्यों हैं? वो कुछ बोल क्यों नहीं रहे हैं? वो जनता को सांत्वना क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं? वो इस मुद्दे पे तो हम चाहते हैं, दिल्ली की जनता चाहते हैं कि अमित शाह जी आए, दिल्ली के कोने कोने में जाएं, लोगों से मिलें और लोगों की बातों का जवाब दें। उन्हें जवाब देना पड़ेगा।
क्या आम आदमी पार्टी इस मुद्दे को लेकर जनता के बीच में भी जाएगी? क्योंकि
मैं तो रोज जा रहा हूँ, मैं कोने कोने में जाऊंगा, लोगों को संगठित करूंगा, जरूरत पड़ी तो आंदोलन करेंगे। लेकिन इसकी जिम्मेदारी जिस व्यक्ति की है, जिस पार्टी की है, उस पार्टी को और उस व्यक्ति को जवाब देना पड़ेगा। हम इसमें राजनीति नहीं चाहते, हम केवल सुरक्षा चाहते हैं।
So what exactly is going on in the national capital? Have we really returned to days of Wild West when Delhi is under Jungle Raj, or is it just exaggeration? And if so, indeed, who really is responsible for the for the deteriorating law and order situation in the national capital? We have with us a panel of guests joining us: Advocate Anwar Pawar, representative and spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party; Pradeep Mohar, political analyst who understands the BJP; and I'm also being joined by L.N. Rao, former DCP of Delhi. Before I go across to my political guests, let me start with you, Mr. Rao. As a former DCP of Delhi, Do you feel alarmed by the spate of gang incidents that we are seeing, especially in terms of gang firing, in terms of the number of gangs that are active in the area, and those repeated shootouts of innocent civilians here at the hands of gangs who are looking to extort them for money?
Good evening to all your viewers. No doubt, recently I have not I only everyone has is in the view that recently some gang wars are active in Delhi. No doubt, the Delhi Police Special Cell and Crime Branch have cracked down some of the gangsters who has done this heinous crime to the Delhites, and there are extortion calls also there. And these gangs have already been identified, and the police, I think, are working on these. And it's no doubt that there is some sense of fearlessness, fairness among the mind of people. And that is not good for the citizen of our country, that people should not feel safe themselves because of such situation. But I think that recently the Home Minister has convened the meeting with Commissioner of Police, and they have some preventive measures have been being adopted for that, and police has been asked to pull up their socks, and then definitely some improvement will be seen in the recent, but it's definitely alarming situation at this moment. We cannot deny this fact that the crime situation in Delhi is definitely something which is considered to be a very serious issue.
So then, Mr. Rao, what has led to this crime situation in Delhi? What, according to you, is the reason? Is the Delhi police not doing its job? Evidently, because the spate of crimes in Delhi, and before we make this issue political, the fact still remains that there has been an alarming uptick in the crime records, not just in terms of murders, but in terms of all cases here. In terms of dacoity, there's been a 23% increase. Burglaries, there's been a 25.2% increase. Attempted murders, there has been an 18% increase. Fatal accidents, there has been a 5% increase. All of this in 2023. What do you think is going so wrong badly for the Delhi police?
Definitely, if you go by the statistic, definitely the crime is increasing in that. That no doubt in that. But if you find out the reasons why it is going on, I think that traditional policing to be adapted by the Delhi police is somewhere lacking. Because traditional policing means that the police should have preventive actions against the known criminals who are registered criminals in our record. And there should be a continuous process on those criminals, so that they must have a fear of police. And apart from those who are budding criminals who are not on record of police, that for that purpose, the intelligence network of police should be activated, so that those persons can be identified and preventive action can be taken against them also. So that the combination of this traditional policing and the intelligence network, which is more required to prevent all this crime, and that was seen in the past. But I think somewhere it is being it is lacking in Delhi police right now. But Delhi police is not a force which can be termed as a lacking police. I think that it's a very strong force, and it is known for their efficiency, and particularly the crime branch and special cell of units of this Delhi police. They are always being SOS for Delhiites and Delhi police. Always. But I think that the spate of this crime, it is sometime it is you can see this type of spate of crime. It can be seen in the winter season, and that is right now at this time. And I don't think that the police will not be doing all these things. But one thing is more important, that political bosses should not downside the morale of Delhi police, because Delhi police is definitely efficient police, and it will be definitely controlling this crime situation very soon. And the people should also have a faith in that their police. And more particularly,
okay, that's a very strong point. Let me put that across to Advocate Anmol Pawar. Advocate Pawar, is the Aam Aadmi Party putting the morale down of the Delhi police by constantly focusing on claiming that jungle Raj is happening and not letting the police doing its job? That's one of the points that has been made by a senior someone who understands the Delhi police very well.
Mr. Bhattacharya, we know that in Delhi, the law and order has completely collapsed. The streets of Delhi have turned into battle zones. दिन दहाड़े गोलियां चल रही हैं, धमाके हो रहे हैं, हत्या हो रही है. Today, a businessman who who was out for a morning walk. 8 rounds of firing happened and he was shot dead in the morning. तो आज दिल्ली में कानून का राज खत्म हो चुका है. आज दिल्ली में जंगल राज है, गैंगस्टर राज है, माफिया राज है. And this law and order, the onus of maintaining the law and order squarely lies with the central government and the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah. BJP is responsible for this crumbling law and order situation in Delhi. Now the question arises that what are they doing? They are not even addressing the concerns of the people. When they were questioned about this deteriorating law and order, their senior leader, Mr. Vijender Gupta, उन्होंने कहा कि ये तो कोई मुद्दा ही नहीं है. They are not even acknowledging this fact. Now, the people are suffering due to this. They must address the concerns of the people. They must come out with a plan that what action will they take to ensure the safety of the residents of Delhi. जवाब देना चाहिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी को. They cannot run away from their responsibility. In Delhi today, people entrusted the Aam Aadmi Party government with the responsibility of providing electricity, education, healthcare, and water. We have delivered on all the promises which we done with the people, to the people of Delhi. While on the other hand, as per the constitution, the central government is responsible for maintaining the law and order. Now they must answer the people that what have they done in last 10 years? Why are the criminals fearlessly, brazenly,
let's get Pradeep more than to answer that.
Murders are taking place, rapes are happening.
Let's get Pradeep Moore to respond to that. Mr. Moore, before that, let me make a clear case that when we reached out to the BJP officially, they refused to send a spokesperson saying that they're not speaking on this panel. Does that not indicate that the BJP is on the back foot, given the fact that, let's be honest, this is, whether it is made political or not, the fact still remains this is a law and order situation. My colleague Kritika spoke to a lot of common people on the streets today. We are not running those because we have a shortage of time, but we'll run it in other bulletins. The clear word on the street is there is a massive fear, especially in the trading community, especially in the business community, that in terms of extortion, any day they can be blackmailed, they can be abducted, they can be kidnapped, or they can be shot dead, like what happened with the businessman today.
Look, first of all, we need to understand that the actions have been taken. There are continuous crackdowns of these gangsters and these kind of people is going on. Even today, there was a clash between police and one of the gangs. Some of the gangs have been identified and law enforcement agencies are working towards it. Second thing is the matter of attitude, the way the Aam Aadmi Party is handling things. Look, they are saying that this is the responsibility of the BJP government or central government or the Home Ministry. So they are also having meetings with the police. They are having regular meetings with the police. There's a system in place. They should inquire. They should get on with those police people. They should discuss with them, and they should try to find out what is happening over there. Instead of that, what they're doing is they are coming over the media and continuously blaming. And they are trying to say that if the police was there in their hand, they would have done some kind of a miracle. But what have they done in Punjab? In Punjab, we know so many different cases like Sidhu Moosewala, Sudhir Suri. I mean, in front of 40 policemen.
Mr. Mahar, let's talk about Delhi.
Punjab.
3 days ago, we had an argument. 3 days ago, we had a discussion about what happened with Mr. No, 1 second, Mr. Mahar. Let me just put in make some housekeeping here. 3 days ago, when the discussion was over, so what happened at the Golden Temple, the Aam Aadmi spokesperson continuously kept talking about Delhi, and at that point also, we had intervened and asked the Aam Aadmi Party spokesman to talk about Punjab. Today, the matter is about Delhi. About Delhi, is there something you have to say?
Yeah, that's what I already said, that the crackdown is going on. Law enforcement agencies are working towards it, and law and order situation will be taken care. But instead of demotivating the police...
Okay. Advocate Anwar Pawar, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah. Are you saying something? Instead of demotivating the police or downsizing...
No, I was asking Advocate Pawar. Advocate Pawar wants to come in. Anwar Pawar wants to come in. Go ahead.
Official. This should be the attitude. You have to change your attitude.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
Mr. Bhattacharya, can I respond? Mr. Bhattacharya,
Yeah, go
today
ahead.
the Bharatiya Janata Party stands exposed because they are not even sending their spokesperson. They are not in a position to answer the people of Delhi that why have they made Delhi a crime capital? Why have they made Delhi a rape capital? Why have they made Delhi an extortion capital?
Point
Day
is
in
not
and day
this.
out,
Understand.
rampant extortion,
Point-
murder,
this
rapes
is
are
your
happening.
answer.
But
Point
they are not even. But they are not even answering
Point
to the
is
people
not
of
the
Delhi.
spokesperson. You are raising the
See,
point of the
as far-
spokesperson. Come on,
Can
come
I-
on. What I'm asking
Please do
is,
not-
what is your attitude?
Please do not,
What is
please
your,
do not
listen.
interrupt.
Oh,
Please
wait
do
a
not
minute.
interrupt, Mr.
Can
Mahor.
I-
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt
Can I say
you.
something?
Let me complete.
When we are talking about a
Can I-
serious matter, and
No,
what
no,
we are
Miss-
talking?
Let
what
me-
we are-
Maurji, let Mr.
let
Pawar
me
make his
finish.
point. I'll come to you. We
Mr.
have time.
Mahor-
We have time.
Yes.
Let Mr. Pawar speak. We'll come to you. Go ahead.
What is shocking, Mr. Bhattacharya, is that they are not acknowledging that what's the present situation in Delhi. लोग दहशत में जी रहे हैं, घर से बाहर निकलना मुश्किल हो गया है लोगों का, सड़कों पे आने से पहले सोचना पड़ता है, ये भरोसा नहीं है कि घर वापस जाएंगे तो जिंदा होंगे या नहीं. This is the kind of situation in Delhi. Now, if Mr. Amit Shah cannot maintain the law and order, then he must resign. हम देखेंगे, हम करेंगे जैसे हम और मुद्दों पे काम करते आए हैं. We will handle the law and order situation. Going above and beyond the constitutional responsibility, we identified the dark spots. We installed street lights across Delhi, and more than 3 lakh street lights have been installed. And look at the irony. Even their own BJP leaders are not safe. The national president of Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. JP Nadda, in March 2024, his car was stolen in Delhi. How was it recovered? Because of the CCTV cameras installed by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. In 2019, the leader of Delhi, Mr. Vijender Gupta from BJP, his wife was robbed of the belongings near Mandi House. How were the belongings recovered? Due to the CCTV cameras installed by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. He deployed bus marshals.
I just want to make one
in all
point
the,
here
buses
before
in
Mr.
Delhi.
Mahor comes in.
But Bharatiya Janata Party.
CC cameras,
I just want to make one point, Maorji.
कुंभकर्ण की नींद सो रहे हैं
No,
ये
one
लोग.
second.
इन्हें
One second,
लोगों
Mr.
की
Mahor.
जिंदगी की
The
कोई
point I
परवाह
want to
नहीं
make.
है.
Okay. Advocate Pawar, your point has been taken. I have 3 minutes. I want Mr. Mahor to respond. But a direct question to you, Mr. Mahor. It's not just the rise in petty crimes like thefts and burglaries, which is a big issue by itself. Just look at the number of gangs that are operational in Delhi right now. There's the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, which carried out an attack on 13 September. On September 27, there's the Himanshu Bhau gang, which carried out a gunfire at Narayana showroom. Then there's the Gogi gang, which carried out an attack on September 28. There's a Pawan Shokin gang, which opened fire in Rani Bagh on October 22nd. There's a Nandu gang, which opened fire in Paschim Bihar on November 6th. And there's a Tilu Tejpuria gang, which opened fire and is locked in a fight with the Gogi gang here. There are at least 6 gangs operational in Delhi at this point. This is a systemic problem that has happened, that has taken years to go, because this is reminiscent of what was wrong in Mumbai in the 90s and 20s when Dawood Ibrahim and Chota Rajan and Chota Shakil were going unchecked at this point. And it's not bad. In Maharashtra also, we've just seen what has happened with a prominent leader, a politician being assassinated just before the elections. There is a systemic problem that has gone wrong in Delhi, which is why 6 gangs are flourishing.
Total 7-8 gangs have been identified, and crackdown is going on. Even that's what I told you. Even today, there was a shootout between police and one of the gang. Right. So that's continuously going on, and police is taking action. We need to have faith in the police as well as the government, and at least Arvind Kejriwal government should discuss with the police instead of demotivating them and downsizing them in front of the media and trying to turn down the tables. They should rather be discussing with them and utilizing the system that has been made to run the administration. I mean, there is a system that is in place where they can come forward, they can discuss with the police, they can understand the law and order situation. Instead of utilizing their situation, they are continuously blaming somebody or the other. That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of blaming, they should learn to utilize the system positively. Problem is there, the solution has to be found out, but how the solution has to be found out? BJP government the Home Ministry is trying to find out the solution. They are working on it. What are you doing for it? The problem is that you are just blaming. You have only one agenda. Blame
No,
others.
I don't
stay
understand
away,
what
wipe out
why
your
what is
hands,
the point of
and
a positive
you are done.
solution. We have
You
a
are
Delhi
done.
police, we
No, no.
have law enforcement agencies to
look.
ensure that safety, and lest anyone say that safety is not a problem in Delhi, let me just point out that after Nirbhaya in
No. I'm not saying that's not a
2012,
problem in
safety
Delhi.
did become a big issue, which is why the Congress
Even
government was voted out in
if one
2013.
person is hurt, it is a
Nevertheless,
problem.
Exactly, and that is what needs to be addressed at the moment at this point. I need to take a break at this point, but thank you so much, Advocate Anwar Pawar, Pradeep Mahar and Ellen Rao for joining me on this debate. This will be, I fear, a big issue going forward, especially if incidents in Delhi continue to happen.